freaking cold out here. Gonna see if the old girl will fire up this morning. I'm actually a little bit nervous right now because people are saying that it's just my starter going bad or the bolts are loose on it. I had a lot of people and some people with some experience for quite some time make a couple comments too, and people were saying that that might be the issue. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on Loud and Proud. What I want to first do is rep the merch. We have the Loud and Proud, and you can have your own name put on the patch, link in bio. We're gonna do this for 1 week only, so if you guys missed out on the last shop shirt sale, which went freaking awesome, by the way, you guys killed it, but we've grown about 10,000 subscribers since then, so I wanted to do another run. The only thing I want to really let you guys and stress to you guys in advance, these are custom made. These do have to be made, and my mom has to stitch on every single patch, and I'm gonna pay her something for it, so it could take between 2-3 weeks or so, 4 at the absolute most, by the time you order, by the time you receive them. So we have to get them, we have to order the patches, somebody has to make the patches, and we have to get them in, then we have to make them on the shirts, stuff like that. Last time everybody got their stuff, and so it was it went well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try it again, get most of my shirt opened up here. Pretty cool. We've also got hats on the website, and some diesel truck decals we just sold completely out of the gas guzzler style decals. Anyways, enough of that, link in the description. What we're gonna do right now is see how the old girl does. Like you guys saw yesterday, there was a little bit of an issue with the starter. It's kind of making like a grinding sound. I'm gonna check that today and see if I can tighten up the bolts on it, because people are saying it might just be the bolts on it loose or something not making connection with the flywheel, but I don't know. We'll see. See how she starts. She started just like normal that time, so it could be loose bolts on the starter, or it could be seriously the starter is just starting to go bad. So I don't know for sure because it was kind of random. I guess I'll just check the bolts on that just to make sure. Can't hurt to check, and then we're gonna get to touching on a few other things on the truck. Like I said, guys, these are the shop shirts. So I wear mine when I'm out in the shop when it's clean. I've only got one. I need to get like 5 more so I can always have a clean shop shirt to wear. And I do have hats as well, not the beanies. I should have beanies. I don't right now, though. I only have the trucker style and snapback style hat. I'm trying to get some stuff knocked out here on the truck. There's only a few things that I really wanted to touch on. A was get a seat cover on that seat because I don't really want to rip it up anymore. And some people are saying to use my armrest, not my armrest, my console, and have it flip down for shifting so I can take my hand off the shifter and be able to just rest my arm there. This is the reason why I didn't want to with my other truck, is because when you make it a habit, you seriously just destroy these things. But at this point, it's already as damaged as it's going to get for that location for your elbow. But that's the reason I don't, and I wanted to throw a seat cover on here so I don't tear these patches back open. Boom! It's officially mine. Got the mossy oak seat cover in just like my last truck. This is a different mossy oak seat cover though. This is a passenger side for my old truck, and so it's ripped down this side. But the driver's side facing side of the seat cover is fully intact, tight up against the seat. So this is all I'm worried about, is sliding in and out and not tearing anything. My steering wheel cover on. And what we're gonna try to do now is check on that starter and see if we can tighten any bolts up, and I'll let you know what I find. Well, I got a good look at the starter. I kind of tried to rattle it around. I tried to mess with the bolts around it a little bit, and everything seems to be totally intact. And I looked through the little service plate, and from what I could see, there was no like odd wear on the flywheel. Everybody's correcting me. Yeah, sorry, I was used to my previous truck and it was called the flex plate. Everybody called it the flex plate. It appears to be fine, so I don't know what that might be. I had a lot of people say that your starter might just be acting up, and it might just happen like once every 200 starts, and then it might just happen again to where your starter doesn't want to cooperate, and some little gear that's supposed to pop up to rotate the flywheel to turn over the engine might just get kind of caught up and be spinning but not thrown up to actually engage with the flywheel to turn over the engines. I'm not going to worry about that right now. It doesn't seem like it's a huge deal. If it was a flywheel, I'm going to be getting my South Bend dual disc clutch, which is a new flywheel and everything in there as well, and all that stuff done anyhow, so I wouldn't want to just run to the shop right now and fix, you know, my flywheel. Let's get to doing some possible undercoating on the truck. I did pressure wash the frame down the other day. It's pretty clean. Now let me kind of show you what I'm gonna do. Now obviously I don't have the bed off of the truck. If I was going to do like a thorough like undercoating, which is like everything like up on top of the frame and everything, I would want to take the bed off. But I don't really plan on driving this truck much in the snow, salt on the roads. So for now, I'm not gonna worry about taking the bed off. But if you look at the frame, like it's orange, but it's not eroded. So it's not like there's really a bunch of crap to sand off. I might just take some chassis saver and all the stuff that's just like visible and easy to get to. Just kind of take a brush to it and coat as much as I can. And like I said, there's not really anything to like get off the frame other than, you know, what I pressure washed off yesterday. So it's not going to be like a super thorough coating and like perfect, but I am going to do what I can. Everything that's easy to reach, everything that's easy to get to, that would be most prone to getting hit with salt if I did happen to have to drive this a little bit in the snow. And then if I want to, let's say months down the road, actually take off the entire bed and do another whole frame coating, everything that I couldn't get to just from under the truck, then I might do that. I'm thinking for now that's just what I'm gonna do, is just get everything that I can reach and everything that's just the easiest to get to. But if you guys are wanting to know what I mean by undercoat it / chassis saver coat it, this is what it does. Those of you who are newer, there's a lot of new people stopping in. Just basically like what we did with this one, is we just sanded it and then took a spray gun with this one and coated it. But with my truck, since I don't have the bed off and I can't tape off all the stuff and easily do it, I'm just going to try to probably hand brush everything I can reach. And then, you know, if I want to do a complete like just like saturated coat, I would want to take off the bed and everything and do that under the bed. Other than that, I don't want to really just get a ton of overspray all over everything. Not that it's a big deal, but if I'm going to keep this truck looking as clean as possible, I'd rather do it that way versus, you know, get a bunch of overspray chassis saver on everything. So I'm going to see if I can find a brush and get to coating. Well guys, I got this little busted out turning signal, daytime running light, taken out and replaced it with the one off of the OG LNP rig. And you might think at first, oh, that looks a little bit janky because you got the one that's super fogged up and you got the one that's super clear. Well, on this side, it was the same way anyways. So I don't know if they replaced that one or if that's just how they are, but this one's super clear, that one's super foggy. So as janky as it looks, I mean, it works. So let me guys show you around the truck really quick with the lights turned on. Pull that switch out. You got your side marker lights, your clearance lights, got your clearance cab lights, no burnout bulbs. Here's your ones there. And you got this one over here now that's not all shattered. All the lighting on this thing works, which is pretty cool. But I'm going to turn that off. Don't want to run those without the truck running too much. But anyways, I didn't get to the frame yet, but we're going to, hopefully we can get to doing a little bit of that right now. Well boys, let me give you a little bit of an update on the progress of the frame painting that I'm doing with the chassis saver. I'm not going to get every single little crack and crevice because, you know, the bed's not off, cab's not off, all that stuff. But I'm getting everything that I possibly can reach and get to that's visible, just like if I can't get to the rest of it before I actually have to start driving it, and if there might be snow on the ground in a couple weeks here and salt on the roads, everything that is most likely, you know, just to easily get salt or anything on the frame, I for sure get at least those areas completely covered. Anything that I can reach, really. And I'm actually going to, in a few days here, probably do the bed liner on this truck. Got it pressure washed out, just need to broom it out heavy, sand it, all that stuff. But let's give you guys a quick little look here at the frame and what we've got so far. Okay, let me see if I can get some light there. Okay, that's a little bit better. Here's the coating I did. Just don't get it on any bolts you plan on taking off, like those upper and lower control arm bolts. Might have to come off for installing the leveling kit and stuff like that. Just don't want to get those coated up, but hopefully this light shining on it doesn't make it look crummy, but so far it these cameras do no justice, but it looks a lot better. I got the cab mount all coated up nice, up and up over top, everything underneath, just not the bolt to release the cab. Looking pretty good. I don't know how far back I'm gonna be able to go, but I'm getting everything that I can possibly reach. It's not too much of a pain in the butt to do, but anyways, you get the idea. Hopefully it turns out pretty good. And I'm gonna get finished up with this side. Gonna try to get to the cross member underneath, get that all coated up, because those are notorious for rusting out. All the main areas for sure that were prone to cracking that I saw in pretty much all these trucks. Up front where you would hook up a plow up on those mounts up there right below the bumper, I'm gonna make sure to get those coated. Everything that I can reach down there, everything that is just notorious for cracking, then everything else on top of that I can just reach and get to. Let's get the GoPro set back up again, see if we can't knock out the rest of this frame. Okay guys, now I didn't get a lot of the ending of the chassis saver coating on camera. Getting into some areas where it was just a little bit too difficult to film, so I just kind of put the camera aside and tried to get some work done for the past like hour and a half. Let me show you kind of what we got down and done. So we got inside the wheel wells on both sides. Let me kind of show you guys that. We didn't get like everything, but I just got the gist of it. And if you look up here, under here, I got just all this stuff that will generally rust out if it gets hit with a lot of salt. Same on the other side. Go underneath here, you can see everything I have coated that pretty much that I could reach. And on the back side of this whole section of frame, all the way back to the fuel tank on the back side of the frame. And then if you just follow back, you can see all that I have done. And then I kind of ended back here around the coil pack or the leaf pack, whatever you want to call it. And then I just kind of got what I could with a brush here. Now I already see the comments coming, oh, you didn't do the whole thing, it's a half butt job. Well, like I said, I don't have the bed taken off right now, and this is just what I could get to. And it is whipping wind out there, 26 degrees, and today I just wanted to get what I could get done, because you never know when the snow's gonna fly and the salt's gonna start hitting the road. Just got everything that I could reach, the underside of the frame. Show you all this I got coated. All the way down, up to the front again, and the back side of the frame too. I'm gonna show you that so you guys can see it. See? We got all the way around both sides. Okay guys, let's really quick talk about the wheel and tire setup on the truck. Now this is not going to be the first thing that I do. Obviously I'm doing other things already, just kind of cleaning it up, getting some stuff taken care of, that just some eyesores and stuff, just and some basic upkeep. In terms of tires, right now this truck's sitting on 215s. That is it in terms of width. 215 85 R16s. Now obviously I don't really like these tires. They're very small, they're very narrow, they're very skinny. That's just a typical stock dually tire setup, you know, on these old trucks. But what I'm thinking about doing is upping it up a little bit. Now what I mean by that is I'm not sure if I'm going to level the truck or not, or if I'm just going to keep it stock ride height. But I was looking at some either Nittos or Toyo MTs. Let's see what they would be. 285 75 R16 tires. Now those are a pretty good looking tire. They run for like $250-ish per tire, so you're looking at about $1,500 give or take for the entire set all the way around the truck, and that's keeping stock wheels. And I know there's going to be some people that want to see a basically like a $3,000 setup worth of wheels on here, but I personally don't really want to put my money there. I'd rather put my money under the hood and then put a lot less into my wheel and tire situation. What I would basically do is get those new tires, maybe level out the front end, maybe have a shop do it, because we have a shop that did my dad's lift kit. Got to talking with the guys, really cool guys over there, and they said, he's like, yeah, we can level out the front end of this in less than an hour. So I'd rather have that done there for $100 and then just buy the $55 spacer than me hassle with it for an entire day, morning till night. I'd rather not spend all those hours, because I could be doing other things, making far more money in that time, working on something else while I just let him do his job, you know, for 1 hour for $100. You know, I'd rather not deal with the hassle for as little of the fee that it would be. That's what I'm thinking about, and I'm also thinking about keeping the stock wheels and just maybe getting new of these hubcaps or wheel simulators, whatever you guys want to call them. Maybe this is considered the hubcap. These are just the wheel simulators, the clip-on, whatever. So get some new polished of these, because they're kind of dented up. There's some dents and dings all over them, pretty much everywhere. Some new ones for the front and rear. I'm trying to decide if I want to go with black, like a gloss black cap, or if I want to go with a polished chrome look, I guess, just like they already were, but these ones are just really dirty and dented up. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys want to see in terms of that for the wheels. I'm not really like asking, should I do big wheels, should I do stock wheels? I'm just telling you right now, I'm probably going to stick with the stock wheels size and width and all that stuff, and basically 285/75 R16 tires on it. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to make it pretty much just poke out about 1.5 inches maybe up front. And then what we're going to have to do is I'm going to order some Bora 8x6.5 bolt pattern spacers, and I've heard some really good things from Bora, about Bora, from some other YouTubers and guys that use them, and put 2-inch spacers between the rear set to give that little bit more stance, but also so I can run the 285s and not have them rub together, because these are only 215 wides right now and there's not much room. So if I'm going to run a 285, I absolutely have to, no doubt, have to have a 2-inch spacer in between there, because also if, let's say we do put a gooseneck on here, with that pressure on the tires, there's got to be plenty of space where they're not going to rub together and have issues and wear stuff down. So that's what we're going to do there, and that should, even if there's a 2-inch spacer with these 215s, it would poke it out with the fender. And then just imagine that with 285s that are mud terrains, 11.5 wides, it's gonna poke out probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So that's gonna be pretty freaking sweet. So that being said, guys, I'm probably gonna wrap up the video here. Just kind of wanted to fill you in on what I'm thinking in terms of wheels and tires, the headlight thing, got some chassis saver coating done, new seat cover, new steering wheel cover. Also, guys, don't forget, Loud and Proud shop shirts. It'll have a Loud and Proud patch, and it'll have your name right here, not my name. It'll have your name, and I'm selling the short sleeve version. I was gonna do long and short sleeve, but for the most part, I mean, if you're in a shop, most guys, they're rolling up their sleeves anyways, like I did all day. So it's just easier to sell the short sleeve version. And these are for automotive work. Those guys that are out there in the shop with grease, oil, diesel, fuel, I mean, whatever, these things are meant for that. They're like a canvas, tough canvas. They're not your typical, I'm going into the office, you know, shirt. They're a work shirt. So definitely check these out. All sales are going to be final at the end of the week. So if you guys want to order one, you have to order one now. After the end of the week, I'm cutting off all sales again, and we're probably not going to do them for quite some time. If you're wanting to jump on this, I remember last time lots of people were like, oh dude, I didn't get to order one, I had no idea, and it was only like a 3-day sale and we sold a ton of them. But this time we're going to do 1 week, just about 1 full week, and basically at the end of the week sales are ending, and that's that. So anyways, guys, link in description for that. We do have some trucker style and snapback style Loud and Proud caps that are also black and white if you want one to go with your shirt. That's probably gonna put a wrap on this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely smash that like button, leave your comments below. If you have not yet, join the family and subscribe. Growing every single day. Just passed 27,000 last night and cruising on past, on our way to 28K. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Doing what I love, going day to day, but I know it takes time and I'm patiently waiting. Sometimes I contemplate, cause one day you feel so close and the next is out of sight. But I know I gotta hold on tight to go back to just going out every night. Like if I'm about to let it go now, I can live alright, live a normal life, do a 9 to 5. But I know I'm more than that. I gained this skill, wasn't born with that. At the end of the life, it's a memory.